Hey everybody, Dr. Brett Scher, low carb cardiologist, lowcarbcardiologist.com. I had to send out a video today, Friday afternoon, because of this new article released about eggs. Eggs are good, they're bad, then they're good, now they're bad again. Also just put an article out on dietdoctor.com, so check that out if you haven't read it. But here's the thing, right? Eggs were maligned for years because they have dietary cholesterol. But then it was realized that eating dietary cholesterol does not adversely affect your serum cholesterol, and there's certainly no evidence to suggest it increases risk of heart disease, strokes, or death. In fact, there are a couple really good articles exactly to the contrary. So that's why the AHA and the dietary guidelines removed dietary cholesterol as a nutrient of concern, basically exonifying shellfish and eggs. But now there's this new study that came out, and it was a big undertaking. It was just published today. And they looked at over 30,000 people. So it was a retrospective. All the data has already been obtained. There was no intervention in the groups. But they looked at 6 different studies, 30,000 people with 17 years of follow-up, which is a pretty big study. And they concluded that the more eggs you were eating at baseline, the higher your risk of cardiovascular disease and death. But here's the thing, right? Let's talk about quality of evidence, and does it match the recommendation? Because they surveyed them about what they were eating once. In 17 years at the very beginning, they did an inaccurate, faulty food frequency questionnaire once. And based on that one questionnaire, made assumptions about what their risk is by eating eggs. Now, I mean, has the way you eaten changed at all in 17 years? Have you eaten more or less eggs in 17 years? And this study was done in the 80s. A lot of the data was in the 80s and 90s when we were being told left and right that eggs are harmful for your health. So who are the people who were eating more eggs at that time anyway? So, I mean, right away, you really have to question the quality of this evidence. I mean, regardless of what the results show, it's just garbage in, garbage out with that type of quality. Then you look at the hazard ratio, the odds ratio, and it was a 1.18, which sounds very familiar. That's sort of like red meat and cancer. And when an observational retrospective study has a difference of that small, it's more likely to be noise than it really is to be a cause and effect. It's statistical noise more than a cause and effect. So, I mean, of course, it's going to get tons of headlines. The anti-fat and anti-cholesterol people are going to herald this as a great study that proves we need to avoid eggs. It does none of that. It does none of that. I mean, it's just terrible data, and it's so disheartening to see these studies come up again and again. All I can do is keep pointing it out so people like you can understand that this really has no meaningful impact on the scientific discussion or the discussion of our health. All right, hopefully that helps. Check out the post on dietdoctor.com. Check out my website, lowcarbcardiologist.com, to learn more. I also have a post a couple of years ago, I think I put, about eggs. I might recircle that now that this is new news, although it's not news. All right, have a great day. Have a great weekend. Go out there, do something healthy. Take care of yourself.